If it is or if it ain't, it's going to come out. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspirational juice. It is September the 6th, 2022, and today the topic is blessed to be a blessing. Man, I hope that you all had a great Labor Day yesterday. Mine was just fine. Man, I did go on down to J-Town to spend time with the fam, and I'm glad I did because our little man had a great time playing with his cousins, seeing his good friends, and everything like that. And, us adults, we had, good conversation. Shout out to my mom and sister for, always hosting, and dad getting on the grill. He was grilling to perfection as well. Mom had this game called Talking Points, and she has like several different categories, and so we kind of like dabbled in each one. And I was thinking that I probably need to either borrow one or something like that, maybe for a future episode or two of GSL. We'll see, because there is a Christian category where I thought was kind of interesting. So who knows? We'll see what the Lord do and everything like that. But maybe that'll be a future episode of GSL, us playing the game or something, or playing more games, things like that. But anywho, yeah, so that's pretty much what happened yesterday. Took the trip down there, and the trip back, didn't come empty-handed because there's no way to go down, see family, and leave empty-handed, so, or come back empty-handed. So obviously we brought, food, and mom had a whole little snack box for NJ and all this. I mean, the kid got ice cream and juice and all kinds of goodies and stuff while he was down there. Came in the door, mama fixing us plates like like I was a kid again. I don't know. So shout out to my mom. Yeah, it's just a blessing to have her and to love her and everything like that. Hey, mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming you watching this, so shout out to you. Um, yeah, man, by the time we got back, man, gave our little guy a bath. He was tuckered out. Speaking of bath, man, we have a few of the mom bombs that I purchased for my birthday party. I had adult bombs, and then I had got some kid bombs, and so we had, a few of those left over, and so he took a bath with one of the kid mom bombs yesterday. And so in those, they get like these little sponge uh, animals, I guess you would say. So I know the first time he used one, he got a lobster, I think. I think it was a lobster. And then yesterday, he had a pelican. So, yeah, NJ takes more showers than baths, but, we got a whole little song since around bath time, and we got this little cartoon animation that I made early on in the pandemic for him about bath time. So it's a whole thing, I guess, for us. But yeah, shout out to Mom Bomb, and he enjoyed that bath, and we had no issues with sending the little guy to bed, and as well as no issues with him getting up. So we'll see what time he gets up this morning. But yeah, he was tuckered out with all the playing, man. I'm telling you, they had a bounce house. So that was unexpected, but shout out to our cousin who has the bounce house business. I believe it's called Uncle Chewy's Entertainment or something like that. Yeah, a whole little bouncy castle. So they was having fun with that, him and his cousin. And then when the other little boy came, I'm sure they was having a great old time and running around and just having fun. I know afterwards, towards the end, we got ready to go. He's like, I want my brother to come home with me. was like, you don't have a brother. And then he was referring to the other little boy, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. So yeah, man, hey, I guess look, we all brothers and sisters in Christ. So he on to it already, y'all. He done caught on already. But yeah, so that's what yesterday looked like for us. I hope that your Labor Day was great as well, and everything like that. So this juice this morning is all centered around blessed to be a blessing. Um, Basically the prayer meditation was kind of along the same lines. It's a bit more so was talking about like the things we say and whatnot. But I don't know, that phrase blessed to be a blessing stood out to me this morning, and so I looked up verses centered around that. And here we are, and this is what I have to share this morning. So Genesis 12, 2 through 3 says, "And I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonors you I will curse, and in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." Now, I mean, obviously this was a specific blessing for Abram, right? But I could see the benefit of what we could receive from that now, now that we are heirs, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Followers of Christ and everything like that, we kind of grandfathered in there, um, and everything. So yeah, I mean, we too can be a blessing, and I think that's one of the things that the prayer meditation was saying this morning. It was like, the blessed blesses or something like that. They said it better than what I'm saying here. But yeah, blessed people, blessed others, something like that. And yeah, yeah. So that's something to keep in our hearts and minds and to remember, you know, as we go into this day. Acts 20 and 35 says, "In all things I have shown you that by working hard in this way, we must help the weak and remember the words of the Lord Jesus, how he himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive." Uh, yeah, man, there is something beautiful about giving, Speaking of, look, little man is already talking about Christmas. And we haven't done any of the like quote unquote traditional Christmas things. Um, so I'm kind of looking forward to doing some of those things. Obviously, we're going to incorporate, Christ and let him know about that as well. But yeah, tis the season, right? We get to the end of the year, and it's all about like family coming together and giving and all of those different things. I guess we be intentional about giving gifts around, this time or the end of the year. And yeah, there is something beautiful about, having a gift to give. Um, but see, I guess, in order to get the gift, right, you have to have something to get the gift. Uh, or you have to have received something in order to give it. And everything like that. So, I mean, something to think about here. I mean, yeah, it feels good to get things too. I'm not gonna lie, it feels good to like receive and everything like that. But I believe for some, it feels equally as good, or maybe more good to be able to give. So, as we are given, or as things are given to us, we give, and as we are blessed, we be a blessing. Um, now, yeah, there's wisdom, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just, you got to make sure your house is covered. Hey, the Bible also talks about, uh, making sure the generation after the generation is covered, and everything like that, and how blessed that is as well. But yeah, if you're living in abundance, right? You living with overflow, whatever the case is, yeah, be a blessing and give, and it just keeps going around from what I'm seeing in life. So something to think about, something to think about. I got one more verse to share this morning, and it's Romans 12 and 14. It says, "Bless those who persecute you, and bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse them." Whew, well, I guess we had to get to some Pope, y'all, right? We had to get to some stuff that we might not like. You're like, Lord, wait, these folks done did what they did to me. But I mean, hey, bless them, now if you go back to that first verse that we talked about, right? He told Abram here, he says, I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonors you, I will curse. Okay, can we pause right there? Y'all notice them words, right? Say, I will do these things. So what he asking us to do is to bless. You bless them, and I'll curse them. Let God handle it. Let the vengeance be His. I know that we don't like that, right? That's Pope. We don't like that, but there's power in that too. You can forgive people, right? You can, take that weight off of you and forgive them and let bygones be bygones. You can turn the other cheek, all the different things that it tells us to do, and then let God handle the vengeance and all of that. Because they're gonna reap what they sow. Do you believe that? Maybe we don't, right? Maybe we don't believe that, and we feel like, oh, well, we gotta, again, take vengeance in our own hands and whatnot. But, again, the Bible tells us repeatedly to do things like this, and so, yeah, I mean, instead of speaking curses over people or doing anything or whatever the case is, bless them, bless those that persecute you. That's what it's saying. So, I mean, hey, we can go deeper, y'all. There's a couple more verses in the go deeper section to peruse and let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. But the Bible verse of today is Psalm 119 and 11. It says, Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.
Everyone is stuck at home, but life is still happening around us every day. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, and celebrations. Send your friends and family the gift of wine from the comforts of home. Wine shop at home with Miracle of Wine. Wine, gift baskets, wine accessories, and more at miracleofwine.com.